What is up, you guys? The Game 6970 here, and welcome to another exciting game of Will You Press the Button? I enjoyed this game a lot last time, and as I said before, I was going to do some more of this game. How many I'm going to do is really up in the air. I could really do an unlimited amount of these games, really, because they're simple and easy, and all it's doing is pressing a button, obviously, because that's the name of the game. Well, if I decide to press the button, but you all know, but you know how the game works. So let's go ahead and get started with the first question, and that is, you become the most handsome man on Earth. I'm already handsome, though. Anyway, you revert back to your normal self at midnight and stay that way until 6 in the morning. If you are seen by anyone during this time, you will become the world's most hideous monster for eternity. So essentially, it's Five Nights at Freddy's. Make sure I don't get seen until 6 a.m. kind of deal, right? I honestly wouldn't find it that hard considering, like right now, I'm single, and I don't really have people just watching in my room in the middle of the night anyway, so all I would have to do is keep my door locked, and if it doesn't say I can't tell anybody about this, so if I ever have a girlfriend or something or family member, I'd just say, hey, unless you want me to be a horrible monster that does unspeakable things, do not open that door until 6 a.m. And then, who knows, that could actually turn into a pretty good horror movie. So you know what? I think this would be relatively easy. Maybe not on vacations at hotels, but I'm sure I'd still find a way. I'd press it. Oh, wow, and, okay, a lot of people, disagree with me. They did not want to have to deal with that. Like, I don't really see much of a downside. Just avoid people, it ain't that hard. But to each their own. Next question. The weather will be permanently sunny, warm, and glorious. But ice cream only comes in one flavor, peanut butter. I like peanut butter. I can honestly eat that, and plus I don't eat ice cream all that much anyway, so that's not what's so wrong with that? Warm and sunny weather. My perfect weather would be about 76 degrees with no humidity. And if there was maybe 10 or 20%, I think I could even deal with that, man. I can honestly, I don't eat a lot of ice cream anyway, so that really wouldn't affect me. And once again, a lot of people did not press the button. Well, it was actually a bit closer this time around. 53% said they wouldn't, and 47% said they would. I mean, I personally, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest. Okay. Next question. Your income permanently increases by 30% and your IQ jumps 30 points. I think our person said that right, IQ? Not IQ or something. I hope I didn't say that word, but whatever. If I did, I did. Whatever. But your closest friends leaves you and you'll never see them again. Well, I honestly would not give my friends up for the world, no matter what. Even if I were able to get smarter, I'd rather just be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have anything, like, just no, like, be who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are. So I will not press the button. Oh, and I try to be the nice guy here, and all these other people are like, oh, 51% agree to push the button, and then the 49%. You see, the 49% is your true friends, people. Okay, they'll stick by you through the good times and bad. And as I said earlier, don't be afraid to be yourself. I wouldn't change anything about myself. Next question is, you get tickets to your favorite band and meet them, but after the concert you become deaf. I couldn't do it. Like, and there's a chance I can meet them anyway from winning a contest. I don't really win any contest or anything like that, but I could literally just buy tickets. Like, that seems more of a... No, there's no benefit out of that. You could easily do that in many other ways. Like, no, I would not sacrifice my hearing for that. Yes, and finally, a lot of people agree with me. 76% want to push the button. The 24% are either crazy or they're trolling. Hold on one second. Ugh. Why would you, like, what's the point? You can't hear your band anymore. I suppose you can just, remember what they sound like, but you won't be able to hear any of their new shit. So, man, that's crazy. Okay. You'll have the dream job you always wanted. Okay, but every time you notice an attractive person, you'll start screaming. I don't know why. I just find that completely amusing. I scream a lot anyway, so it really wouldn't matter. Well, actually, shit, that, like, what if there's an attractive person, at my dream job? And then I probably wouldn't last long at that dream job then. I'd probably get kicked out within the first day. And the thing is, different people find different things attractive, so I have no idea exactly when it would happen. So, unless it was like voice acting, because that's something I've always wanted to do, some voice acting. I've done voice acting on my channel here before, but professional thing, that's like a lot of people's dream job right there. So if that required a lot of screaming, like for a high intense scene, I guess you could just put an attractive person in the booth with me. It's like, okay, Rob, you gotta get very high in intensity and stuff, and then, oh, there you go. Right there. But I think I would probably get fired even if I got the job. It's like, I would have to be, like, independent, I guess, in order to really do that and stay away from... Well, no, because that would even be, like, my girlfriend or anything. You know what? I would not do it. 53% agree with me. Hooray! Because, yeah, there are some problems with that. Okay, here we go. Next question. You prevent your best friend from losing his life in a tragic accident. You yourself die a year later. Well, if I know in advance I'm going to die in a year later, then I would do whatever I could to live up to the fullest. I mean, I freaking, like, do whatever I can. Man, like, geez, that's great. That's wow. I would do anything for my friends, even to give my own life. So, you know what? I just do whatever I can to live life to the fullest for that last year. And tell them that, remember the good times, not the bad, that sort of deal. So, if it meant saving somebody's life so they can have a bit longer life in place of my own, then, yeah, I'd do it. 54% agree with me. Woohoo! That just shows how many good friends I have. I don't really have a friend that I like least or anything like that. So, you all don't need to worry. Don't come up to me asking, oh, I saw your video, Rob, man, who's your true friend and everything like that. Don't worry about it. I like you all the same, okay? Not gonna pick favorites here. Okay. Next question is, you'll get a fully functioning lightsaber. Hell yeah! That sounds sweet! You will lose your father's respect with no chance of regaining it. Well, does that count if they're already dead? My father's been dead for a long time now, like since I was 7 years old. I'm not gonna go into details, and I miss him dearly, but would that also mean if I passed on, would he like suddenly hate me in heaven? Or would there be other forces at play to stop him from being that way? Like, you know what? I press it. I honestly, I have nothing to lose already right now anyway. And nobody knows what truly happens once you're gone, so there's that also right there. Only way you'll know for sure is once it happens. So, yeah, that's where I'm going to leave off on that note. Okay, you can time travel, but you can only go to the past, and every time you do that, you get sicker. Cough, bleeding, cuts. Well, why would I want to get sicker? Like, that's like, unless it was for something, like, for the better good, which I don't honestly think there would be any good coming out of changing the past anyway. And I don't exactly want to just get sicker and start bleeding out all over the place just from doing that, so no, I don't think that's worth it. And 57% agree with me. Okay, where are we at on time? We'll do 2 or 3 more questions. Okay, this question is... this is the same as the last question. Hold on, the outcome might be different though. Hold on, let's read it. You get to travel to any point in history that you want. Well, okay, it's just any point, so... But even... Well, okay, yeah, it's still pretty much the same thing. You have to stay there for the rest of your life. So I would basically be saying goodbye to all the people I know now. And pretty much starting anew, so to speak. Well, if that's the case, what happens when I get, like, I think that there was even a question like this in the last video. Like, what happens when I get back up to this point? Does time just stop? Do I automatically reset and go through all this stuff again and again, like in a never-ending time loop? I would probably say no, because I don't know what would happen if it would be a constant loop. Like, I would be a never-ending cycle. It would just get tedious. And it doesn't say if that will continue to happen after I die. Like if I... Well, actually, I'm assuming if I died, like, then this would automatically be canceled out. So... But in the event I didn't die, just repeating things over and over. So... No, I don't think so. Next question is... You can change any one aspect of your physical appearance to do whatever you like, but another random part of your appearance will change with a high chance that it'll be for the worse. Well, then the question is that even worth it to begin with? To change one thing to make yourself better just for something to be even worse than it was before. I'm happy with myself, so you know what? I'd say no. Next question. Okay, and I think this will be the last question right here. Your bank account will be wired with $5 million US. Ho 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 ho. Okay, but you must spend 5 years in a private military company. I fucking do it. I mean, it doesn't say what I would have to be doing. I could just be a freaking desk job. Like, do something, like, incredibly easy there. I say that easy lightly, but even still, like, not running around freaking disarming mines or anything like that. And if that's all I have to do to get $5 million worth of my account, hell yeah. Who wouldn't do that? That was an easy one. Like, shit. Alright, and 66% agree with me. And 34% did not. Hey, that's easy money right there you're all missing on. I'm just saying. But okay, guys. I think that will conclude this episode of Will You Press the Button? Man, I was losing my words there for a second. And expect more videos of this game in the future. Until then, I'm the Game 6970, and I will see you guys in the next video.